crime he would have potentially committed. But I remember you talking to treason. It's treason. Look, would have potentially committed. But I remember you talking to treason. It's treason. Look, treason. Look, treason. It's treason. It's treason. Look.
Every record has been destroyed or falsified, every book rewritten, every picture has been repainted, every statue and street building has been renamed, every date has been altered, and the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right. George Orwell, 1984. Sound familiar? We must destroy this evil system. Trump says Obama may have committed treason. And with all the research we've done for the last 3 years into this very subject, I believe him. Make no mistake, this isn't about political parties. This is about right versus wrong, good versus evil. This crosses all political lines. This is about people that wish to sell us out, who have sold us out, who have committed sedition, treason, and worse. President Trump on Monday suggested that his predecessor, former President Barack Hussein Obama, committed treason in connection with an investigation into the 2016 Trump campaign's contacts with Russia. Treason, it's treason, Trump said in an interview with CBN News. The president did not elaborate on the specific charge, but repeated his assertion that the previous administration spied on his campaign in the course of the Russia probe. They've been spying on my campaign, Trump told CBN News' David Brody. Turned out I was right. Let's see what happens to them now. Trump signaled he was looking forward to the results of the U.S. Attorney John Durham's ongoing investigation into the origins of the Russia investigation, calling the Connecticut prosecutor highly respected and praising Attorney General William Barr. Trump then went on to say, "I want to stay out of it because otherwise it's going to look political." Trump said, "Let's see what they come up with." I will play this clip of the video here in a minute. Trump and his allies have long charged that the FBI agents in charge of the investigation were motivated by a political bias and targeting his campaign in 2016 as part of the investigation into Russia's election interference, which was eventually taken over by former special counsel Robert Mueller. The investigation dogged Trump during his first 2 years in office, and he regularly derided that it was a witch hunt. A Justice Department Inspector General report issued last year, however, found that the FBI was not driven by bias in its decision to open investigations into Trump campaign associates, and those probes had an adequate predicate, which we know is a lie. The people in charge in the compartmentalization and hierarchy of the FBI structure, there were 17 errors and miscalculations, all leading to the same direction, like a perfectly stacked game of dominoes that you would flick down. Still, the watchdog groups were still deeply critical of the Justice Department's actions in applying for a warrant to wiretap former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page. Durham is said to be investigating at least one potential crime related to the Page warrant. Eli Honig, a legal analyst and former federal prosecutor out of the state of New York, dismissed Trump's claim Monday about Obama as petty and ridiculous. First, all the wiretaps were court approved. Second, there's no proof Obama had anything to do with those lawful wiretaps. And third, if we need to get technical, and we don't because there's nothing there, treason only applies during a declared war. Honig told The Hill. Trump has thought to tie Obama to what he has vaguely described as a nefarious effort by officials in the prior administration to target his campaign, though he has not pointed to specific evidence of criminal wrongdoing. Until Monday, Trump had declined to name a specific crime he believed his predecessor committed. He stepped up his attacks on Obama after the former president was reported as warning in a private phone conversation that the rule of law is at risk in the wake of the Justice Department's decision to move to drop perjury charges against Trump's former National Security Advisor, Michael Flynn. Asked to address Trump's remarks about Obama in May, Barr said he did not expect a criminal investigation of either Obama or former Vice President Joe Biden, Trump's 2020 Democratic challenger. And if you remember, Barr basically said, based on information I have today, I don't expect Mr. Durham's work will lead to criminal investigation of either man, talking about Obama or Biden. Barr told reporters during a press conference, our concern over potential criminality is focused on others. I'm going to tell you right now, we have a lot of morons and a lot of people covering up and a lot of just morons throughout the system. These people has been more clear than ever. Look at all the FBI talking about Obama wants to know everything. The POTUS wants to be involved in every day updated and know exactly what is going on. All the crimes were covered up. Yes, proving it is one thing in a court of law. But I believe Barr and Durham's work is outside of their pay grade. When you have the vice president and president doing something as they were doing. As far as wartime, Eli Honig, a legal analyst and former federal prosecutor, we've been in a war on terror since 9/11. Just look no further than the Patriot Act. And if you're working with the foreign enemy during a period of war and creating treason and sedition, and it's a period of war, you've answered your own question. My gosh, open your eyes. Again, I am Michael. This is the Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you. And here is the full 2-minute Trump clip. Thanks for all the support. The links are down below, and share this video across all social media platforms.
This idea that they were spying on your campaign. You've been asked before about what crime he would have potentially committed, but I remember you talking to treason. Treason. That's what I was going to ask. It's treason. Look, look. When I came out a long time ago, I said they've been spying on my campaign. I said they've been taping, and that was in quotes, meaning a modern-day version of taping. It's all the same thing, but a modern-day version. But they've been spying on my campaign. I told you that a long time ago. Turned out I was right. Let's see what happens to him now. Durham is... I never met Durham because I want to stay out of it because otherwise it's going to look political. But Durham, as you know, is a highly respected person. And Bill Barr is doing a great job as Attorney General. Let's see what they come up with. But they don't have to tell me. All I have to do is read the papers, the insurance policy. In case she doesn't win, we got an insurance policy. Well, that was all the stuff that we went through over the last, let's say, 2.5 years. Now we caught them. We caught them called Strzok and Page, the two lovers. Brennan and Clapper, the way they lied.
Democrats can't stand Barr.
Homie.
They just...
They can't stand who?
Bill Barr. They just think he's political.
You know why? Because he's doing such a good job. Because he's law and order. But he's got them in his crosshairs. And now we have to see what's going to happen. I will say this, if it were reversed, and if the other side sat, we're at the Oval Office, right in that chair behind the Resolute desk, and it was the opposite, 2 years ago, 25 people would have been convicted, and they would be sent to jail for 50 years.